Are you living in the US on an H-1B or a similar visa? Do you want to break free from employer sponsorship and the uncertainty of having a temporary visa? Or maybe you're outside the US, looking for the fastest way to move to America as a permanent resident. If that's you, the EB-5 program could be the solution. In 2025, EB-5 applicants can get US green cards in as fast as 9 months. And if you're already on an H-1B visa, you could get work and travel documents in as little as 30 days, avoiding the restrictions of your current visa. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how the EB-5 process works in 2025, what the requirements are, and how to get your green card as quickly and safely as possible. I'm Sam Silverman, Managing Partner of EB-5AN. Our mission is to educate EB-5 investors so you can make informed decisions, knowing what to look for in a project and a regional center, and how to protect your immigration goals and your capital. We've built a library of free resources, webinars with industry leaders, detailed blog posts, and interviews with successful EB-5 investors, all available on our website. Since 2013, we've helped more than 2,700 families from over 70 countries start their EB-5 journey. Our projects have a 100% USCIS approval rate, and many of our investors already hold their permanent green cards. If you want to take the next step after watching this video, you can book a free consultation with us. First, let's talk about who should consider making an EB-5 investment. Maybe you're on an H-1B, E-2, F-1, TN, or another temporary visa. You want the freedom to live and work in the US without depending on sponsorship, job status, or extraordinary qualifications. Take H-1B as an example. If you lose your job and can't find a new sponsor quickly, you may have to leave the country on short notice. EB-5 removes that uncertainty. There's no employment requirement, no sponsorship requirement, and no special skills needed. If you're already in the US, you can adjust your status through EB-5 without leaving, and you can apply for work and travel permits right away. That means you could start working for any employer or even launch your own business, while your green card is in process. And if you're outside the US, EB-5 is still one of the fastest ways to get a green card. Unlike other visas, your application is based solely on your investment, and it leads directly to permanent residency. Your spouse and unmarried children under 21 are included in your petition. There's no separate process. Your whole family can immigrate together. The main requirement is the investment itself. You'll need to invest $800,000 in a qualifying EB-5 project, typically a real estate development. EB-5 investments cannot be guaranteed. Like any real investment, there's a degree of risk, but if you choose wisely, you can make a very safe investment in a well-structured project. The second requirement, you must prove your investment funds came from legal sources. This is where your immigration attorney comes in, helping you prepare the documentation that traces your funds back to their origin. This step is critical for avoiding delays or requests for additional evidence from USCIS. While you can receive work and travel benefits quickly, the full EB-5 process takes several years from start to finish. Here's the process step by step. Step 1. Contact EB-5AN and review your eligibility. You'll complete a short questionnaire, then we'll send you detailed project materials, summaries, offering documents, and financial details. Step 2. Select your EB-5 project. Every EB-5AN project is in a targeted employment area which qualifies for the $800,000 investment level. TEAs are either rural or high unemployment urban areas. You'll review factors like project location, construction status, developer track record, and potential returns. Choose the one that best matches your goals and risk tolerance. Step 3. Compile your source of funds documentation. You'll gather bank statements, tax returns, sale agreements, anything showing where your capital came from. If your funds come from multiple sources or countries, Your attorney will piece together a clear trail for USCIS. Step 4. Complete and sign the subscription agreement and wire your funds. You'll sign the subscription documents for your chosen project. Once EB-5 countersigns, you'll wire your $800,000 investment to the escrow account. Step 5. File Form I-526E, Immigrant Petition by Regional Center Investor. Your attorney files your EB-5 petition, including your source of funds report, project documentation, and TEA evidence. When USCIS receives your filing, you get a priority date, which represents your place in the visa line. Step 6. Employment authorization, travel authorization, and your conditional U.S. green card. If you're already in the U.S., you can file your I-485 at the same time to adjust status and also apply for employment authorization and travel authorization. Many of our investors have received employment and travel authorization within weeks. If you're abroad, you'll complete consular processing, including a medical exam and an interview at your local U.S. embassy or consulate. Step 7. File Form I-829 and receive your permanent green card. About 2 years after you receive your conditional green card, your attorney files Form I-829 to remove conditions. This shows your funds stayed invested and the project used your funds to create at least 10 U.S. jobs. Once your I-829 is filed, depending on the terms of the investment, the project can repay your funds plus any returns. Once your I-829 is approved, you get a permanent green card. EB-5 investors face two main risks: immigration risk, not getting your permanent green card, and financial risk, not getting your money back. The best way to reduce both is to invest through a reputable regional center with a proven record of successful projects and USCIS approvals. A regional center sponsors EB-5 projects, tracks job creation, and ensures compliance with immigration requirements. If you choose an experienced regional center with a strong track record and an EB-5 project with a good business plan, then your risk will be significantly lower. In 2025, there's one important decision that can drastically affect your chances of success and the time it takes to achieve it. That's investing in either a rural EB-5 project or an urban EB-5 project. EB-5 visas are limited each year, and high-demand countries like China and India face backlogs for unreserved visas. But 30% of EB-5 visas are set aside for rural and urban TEA projects, 20% for rural, and 10% for urban high unemployment. If you're from a backlogged country and invest in a rural or urban TEA project, you can use these reserved visas to skip the backlog. Rural projects have two major advantages: double the set-aside visa allocation compared to urban, and priority processing for your I-526E petition. We've seen rural approvals in as little as 5 months. Some of our investors who concurrently filed received their work and travel documents in as little as 33 days. If speed is your top priority, especially if you're from China or India, a rural project is usually the best option right now. In the first half of 2025, we've seen a significant increase in the number of rural I-526E petitions approved for our investors, as you can see on this graph. Conversely, we're seeing very slow processing times for most urban filings. The latest data we have from USCIS shows that they processed almost 3 times more rural I-526Es than urban filings from April 2022 to January 2025, despite more urban petitions being filed over that period. But EB-5 offers both rural and urban projects, because each can make sense depending on your situation. For example, maybe you have an H-1B or a similar visa, and you're from a country that doesn't have a high demand for EB-5 visas and isn't in danger of entering a backlog. You could invest in an urban project, file your I-526E, and apply for your work and travel permits. You could get those in weeks or a few months and stay in the US while you wait for your I-526E to be approved. Here's what to do now. First, schedule a free consultation with EB-5 so we can guide you through every document and step. Second, decide whether rural or urban aligns with your immigration timeline and investment strategy. Third, work with your immigration attorney on your source of funds documentation. 2025 is one of the best times to take advantage of EB-5, fast rural approvals, quick work and travel permits, and strong project options. I'm Sam Silverman. Thanks for watching, and I hope to speak with you soon.